guys? Okay, so listen, the skin is skinning here, honey. It's that summer glow, okay? It's that vegan diet, okay? It's the way I love on myself, okay? It's the glow up, okay? Listen to me very closely. I glue the fuck up, excuse my French, but I did. Like, the version of Jasmine that y'all see today, honey, is nothing like who I was in the past. And that's exactly what I want to talk to y'all about today. I want to talk to you about the entire transformation that I took. But before we get into it, make sure you guys click the link down below in my description and join the Glow Up Academy. There's a reason why it's called Glow Up Academy, right? And it's because you are going to glow up internally, externally, and in that bank account, okay? Come in with no confidence. Come in not knowing how to create your products, how to grow your platform, how to choose your niche. You ain't got no nothing, honey. But guess what? By the time I am done with you, your whole life is going to transform. You're going to come out believing in yourself. You're going to come out posting. You're going to come out being the content creator that you have been manifesting, okay? So make sure you guys click the link down below. Let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all, let me just tell y'all everything I used to be. And then I'm going to tell you how I got out of it. Okay, so I used to be 340 pounds. Now, I am a tall girly, okay? I'm 6'3". But that still ain't no excuse to be over 300 pounds now. I don't care. Yes, I'm tall. And I've posted before pictures of myself. People be like, you ain't look like you used to be 340. Listen, I was a very tall girl. But like I said, I was a very big girl. But like I said, I'm very tall, so it kind of is distributed differently than if I was like really short. But I was 340 pounds. I had high blood pressure. I was pre-diabetic, and I was insecure as hell, y'all. Like, I hated my body. But you know what's crazy? I didn't even know I was big. Like, I knew I was a big girl, but I didn't know how big I was until I lost weight, and I look at side-by-side pictures, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Not only was I overweight, and I gained most of my weight after college. I did used to play basketball, so I was able to maintain an unhealthy diet, but still maintain a healthy weight because we running up and down the court, right? But once I graduated college and all that came to an end, I quickly spiraled out of control with my weight. Not only was I overweight, I was also a drunk. Y'all, I was definitely a drunk. So I would drink after work every single day. I had got my dream job, air quotes, quickly did I realize that wasn't my dream job. But at the time I was so excited. It was a job towards my degree. I had just graduated college. I was about to be making more money than anyone else I knew, even though it still on six figures in my mind. I was like, yo, I have arrived. And I quickly realized the American dream ain't no dream. Okay. But I was too embarrassed to like quit. I didn't want to make my family disappointed in me. I didn't want to take a pay cut. All the things that I would have done today, like if I was in the situation now, I would have quit the job quick. But back then, you got to remember, I was a 23-year-old. So, you know, my mindset just isn't what it is today. And so to cope with how unhappy and miserable I was at that job, I would drink. And I would drink every day. And not only was I drinking because I hated the job and I felt trapped and like there was no way out, I also lost my grandma. And she was like my second mom. Like, honestly, I told her more than I told my mom. Like, me and my grandma were like this. And I was her oldest grandchild. And like, when I was away at college, like, I would call her like 4 and 5 times a day. Just to talk to her, tell her what's going on, just to see what she's doing. Like, we were so close, you guys. And when I lost her, I didn't know what to do. That was the first person I had ever lost that was dear to me. And I just didn't really deal with it. I lost her at 24. So a year into my new job, she passed. And I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to cope. I'd never experienced grief like that before. So I was just drinking. Drinking to cope with how much I hated that job, and then drinking to cope with losing my loved one, right? And so I was drinking every night. Never miss a night. Never miss a night. I would go to the ABC store twice a week. I would get a fifth of the Smirnoff, the red cap, and I would do Smirnoff and pineapple juice on the rocks. That was my drink of choice. Even if I went out, I was always drinking that. That was just my drink. That was my go-to, and I did it every night. And I would fall asleep literally with the red cup in my hand. Like, it was like that. And I lived like that for years. I drank like that for years. And towards the end of me leaving the job, I even started, like, on my lunch break, we get an hour. I would even go to restaurants to sit, at the bar or whatever, and I would have a drink at work, like on the clock. Yeah, it was getting bad. And how did I snap out of that? Being overweight, I was depressed. I was drinking all the time. I had very low confidence. I cared way too much what people thought about me. I also was the person, like, I had to ask other people what they thought before I made a move with something. Now I don't ask no one. If Jasmine got an idea in her head, she just do it. But back then, like, I used to have to consult everybody before I would do the thing. And living like that, and also needing friends. I used to need friends. Like, I would allow people to talk to me any type of way just so we could be friends, just so I would have someone to text, someone to go out with. Like, it was bad, y'all. Like, it was bad. Like, just telling y'all this story, I'm in my head, like, just shaking my head like, girl, you was lost. Lost as hell. But how did I get out of that? Like, how did I start to transform myself? Well, when I quit my job and started becoming a full-time content creator, it forced me to spend a lot of time by myself. See, when you're at work, you're distracted with the politics and your coworkers and the job itself. So you got, like, things that, like, keep you out your head, right? But now I'm working from home. All of my friends are at work, so I don't have anyone to talk to. It literally forced me to be by myself all day, something I was never used to doing. And so being by yourself, if you've been running from yourself and now you are forced to be by yourself with no distractions, it's a very uncomfortable feeling. Like, I started to cry all the time because I didn't have anything to distract me. Like, yeah, I was running my business and, I was making content and getting super excited about my dreams, like, coming into play, but I still couldn't escape myself. Like, I couldn't run from myself anymore. I couldn't run from everything that I had been trying to avoid for all those years. And so I would find myself in the house, like, just crying. Like, sometimes I couldn't even record content because I just could not get out of bed. Like, I was so sad. And so something dawned on me one day, like, you should go to counseling. I think you should go to counseling. And so I did. I found a Black counselor, and I went. I told her everything, and I just committed to myself, you know what, I'm going to go every 2 weeks. Like, I get these nails done every 2 weeks. I'm going to go every 2 weeks, and I'm going to just commit to the journey of working on myself. And when I decided to start losing weight, it kind of just happened. Like, I didn't necessarily say, okay, I'm ready to lose weight. I just slowly, over the course of going to counseling and working through my traumas, I just slowly decided to stop drinking. Like, I didn't just stop cold turkey, but I did, like, chill out completely. Like, I didn't even drink anymore by myself. If I was drinking at the time, it would be like if I was going to happy hour or hanging out with family, like something like that. I stopped just drinking in the house, like, by myself. And I didn't really go out like that anyway. So I was really, like, spreading out the amount of time I was drinking alcohol to the point where I realized I was like, there's really no point in even doing this anymore because I don't even do it. Like, I might as well just wear the hat of I don't drink, right? And also, when I started, working on my mental health and working through things that have been bothering me for so long, I just slowly over time started eating better. Now, my eating habits weren't the best, but it was way better than what it used to be. And then I decided to hire a personal trainer. And that completely changed my life. At first, like, I was ready, like, okay, I'm going to train. Sorry, y'all, the people, I'm at the gym. I was like, okay, I'm going to listen to what he say. And for the first few weeks, it was hard to make adjustments. Like, I would show up for the workout, but I was still kind of eating like shit. Like, I wasn't really following the meal plan. And he was just like, look, there's really no sense in you continuing to pay me every week if you're not going to eat right. You might as well just save your money because you're not going to lose weight unless you get control over what you eat. And I thought that was real. I was like, dang, like, he's being real as fuck right now. He was right. Like, he's right. Like, you cannot outrun a poor diet. But I was like, wow, like, he's not even just trying to take my money. Like, he really wanted to see results. Like, I respected him as hell for that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna eat right. So, and he's vegan, by the way. He's still my trainer to this day. So I was like, I'm gonna try to be vegan. So I did that. I started, working out, being consistent, eating what I'm eating in the kitchen. And I literally just really started to love on myself. And here we are today. Also, I worked a lot on my confidence. And the biggest thing that I can tell you guys when it comes to your confidence and how you believe in yourself and how you don't let other people tell you who you are is a couple of things. One, you have to already know who you are. That's number one. Number two, confidence comes from action, like committing to the promises that you make to yourself. I tell y'all this all the time. If you say you're going to do X, Y, Z, then you have to do it. You cannot go back, because every single time you break a promise that you make to yourself, you are literally chipping away at your confidence to where you don't have any. Okay, like you don't have none. So you have got to get into the habit of keeping the promises that you make to yourself. And then on top of that, number three, and I didn't realize this, I would say, because I've been a full-time entrepreneur now for 5 years, and I started this journey 6 months into entrepreneurship. So 4.5 years of, just completely transforming my life. The biggest thing that I've realized these past 2 years is purpose. Having purpose. Being excited as hell about what you do and being so enthusiastic about starting your day. When you have something that you're working on and you truly love it, like you you would marry it, like whatever it is. If you could marry your purpose, you would marry that shit. Like being excited to make weight loss content, and now recently coaching content and teaching people how to build their platforms, like this is truly my purpose. And because it was handed to me and I decided to take action and start doing it, my glow, the glow on me, honey, the glow on me, like the glow is glowing. Like I'm not sitting here saying I don't have bad days. I'm not sitting here saying I don't have days where I don't feel like it. Of course, but most of the time I feel like it. Most of the time I am excited, and that is because I am truly living in my purpose. And I need you to find your purpose, whatever it is, whatever content you want to make, you have to do it. Because there is no better feeling than getting up every single day working on your purpose. You stop caring about what other people think and who's saying what, this and third, because you've healed yourself, you worked on yourself, and you are living in your purpose. I cannot make this up, y'all. So that is how I transform my life. And then also, because I don't drink anymore, because I eat right, because I take care of myself, because I exercise, and because I prioritize my sleep, I have so much energy. It's that ambitious energy. It's that big, big, big energy, Like I feel like I'm on top of the world most days. Even when shit isn't going the way I want it to go, most days I feel like I'm on top of the world. And that is because I have worked on myself so hard, and I always pour into myself. Also, I got selfish. I stopped people pleasing. I stopped breaking my boundaries to make other people happy. I don't do for everybody. I make sure I do for me before anything else. And I used to be a people pleaser. Like I used to never want to say no because I didn't want to make anyone mad. I hate confrontation still to this day, but I will say no quick. No, I'm not coming to pick you up. No, I ain't got no money. No, I'm not doing this. No, I'm not doing, no. No. The answer is no. So again, these are the things that I have done in my life to completely transform myself, and I want that for you too. So let me know, leave a comment down below if any of these tips helps. Also, make sure y'all click the link down below, the Glow Up Academy. This is exactly what I'm teaching in the Glow Up Academy, because we have to work on ourselves from the inside out so you can finally be the person who can be the entrepreneur that you have been dreaming about being. The discipline, the consistency, the belief in yourself, the ability to persevere, be resilient. Like this all comes from within. Okay, so make sure you guys join. We also do live weekly coaching calls, so I'll see you in there. All right, y'all, I'm about to go work out. I hope you have an amazing day. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if anything I said resonated with your spirit and vibrated with your soul. Bye, you guys.